For race number 1, our first of 11. Field of 8. Come By It Easy. Louis Bellevaux. Casimir Rocket. Dirk Duncan. Seawind Calvero. Beau Sowers. Cocan Royce. Euless Gallant. Spudland Sarah. Charlie Price. Maggie's Rose. And Todd Trites. Shalimar Sentinel. Tony Watson. Quality of Money. Outside, Delaney Stokes. Here they come. They're off and pacing for the early lead. That's Casimir Rocket gunning out for the lead on the outside. Maggie's Rose leaving well from the middle of the racetrack. And she's going forward as they hit the first turn. Casimir Rocket. Maggie's Rose settling in now behind the leader. Second, Come By It Easy. Got away good this afternoon. He's sitting third. Then back fourth, Seawind Calvero. Back in fifth is Spudland Sarah. Then it's back to Cocan Roy. 6. Trailing 2 are Shalimar Sentinel. And moving from the back of the pack, Quality of Money. And your leader up front, Casimir Rocket. Come By It Easy. In the race early today, 31 and 4 that opening quarter. And up front, cutting it out neck and neck for the top. Inside, Casimir Rocket. Outside, waiting patient is Come By It Easy. Then third. On the inside is Maggie's Rose. Fourth. And moving with cover, here comes Seawind Calvero. He's left the pylons from fourth. Then it's Spud Lancera, Quality of Money. Then it's back to Cocan Royce. Shalimar Sentinel can see them all. And your post-time favorite up front, Come By It Easy, has cleared the front and moving out. That half, 1:02 and 3 into the turn. And on the run, that's Come By It Easy. And back pacing, though, as they straighten up the backstretch to the three-quarters. Come By It Easy. Can he keep him pacing this afternoon? He's on top, moving out. Come By It Easy. Casimir Rocket second. Third on the inside, Maggie's Rose outside. Seawind Calvero fourth. Then Spudland Sarah fifth. Shalimar Sentinel, three-quarters, 1:33 and 2. Rounding the top turn, Come By It Easy out by 7. Then second, Casimir Rocket, Seawind Calvero third. Spudland Sarah 3 wide fourth. Off the turn for home, and it's all Come By It Easy. Come By It Easy, then Casimir Rocket second. The battle right now is for third as Come By It Easy. He is going to win this one this afternoon, and he wins. He's a burger this afternoon. In for second was Casimir Rocket, third Spudland Sarah, then Shalimar Sentinel. Back fifth, Maggie's Rose, then Cocan Royce. Quality of Money, Seawind Calvero. Time for the mile, 2:04 and 4/5. For race 2, field of 5, Princetown Judy off the rail for Steve Mahar. Happy Ave and Mark Haig. Lip Sync, Lonnie Stokes. Anomalous, Dirk Duncan. And from the outside, Ray's Machine and driver Todd Trites. We got a field of 5 for our second race. Here they come. They're off and pacing in our usual spot. Princetown Judy busting out for the early lead. Happy Ave gets away second. Lip Sync has third. Then Ray's Machine settles fourth. Anomalous will take a seat at the back of the pack as they race single file to the opening 8th pole. And Princetown Judy leading a length and a half with Happy Ave up tight second. Back 3 lengths and third, that is Lip Sync. Then fourth on the inside, Ray's Machine. Anomalous moving from the back of the pack. Up front, cutting it out, Princetown Judy on top a length and a half. Happy Ave is second. That opening quarter, 32 seconds. Anomalous on the outside comes to third. Then back fourth, Lip Sync, and trailing fifth now Ray's Machine as they race on towards the 3/8 up front. Princetown Judy, she's your heavy favorite on the tote board, $3.10. She is your leader up front with Happy Ave sitting in the pocket second. Then racing third on the outside comes Anomalous, Lip Sync, and trailing the field Ray's Machine. He'll move from the back as Princetown Judy takes them by the opening half, 1:05. Princetown Judy. Then Happy Ave with the pocket second. Third on the inside, Lip Sync. Outside, Anomalous fourth. Trailing fifth, Ray's Machine is Princetown Judy. Takes them by the 5/8 on up the backstretch. Racing to the 3/4, Princetown Judy. Happy Ave in the pocket second. Lip Sync third, Ray's Machine. Stalking on the outside. He's on to fourth now, Anomalous fifth. As Mahara's Princetown Judy on top, 3/4, 1:36. Happy Ave comes out to challenge from the pocket second. Then third, Ray's Machine. Racing fourth in the inside is Lip Sync, and trailing Anomalous off the turn for home, and it's Princetown Judy. Princetown Judy, Happy Ave is coming on, but Princetown Judy showing her heels to the field like she's did so many times this year. Princetown Judy digging in, and she's going to win it. Princetown Judy fittingly winning race number 2. In for second, Happy Ave, Ray's Machine third, Lip Sync fourth, and Anomalous fifth. The time for the mile, 2:07 and 1. Starters for the third race at the gate. Gate is moving, all set for our third. Field of 7, Allegro Ellie and Doug Queen. Dance Naked, Tim Merzetti. Sand Emerald Dragon and Todd Trites. Daily Odds, Lonnie Stokes. Parmesan Hanover, Steve Mahar. So Passe, Wayne Watson and Amber Moon and Dirk Duncan. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Parmesan Hanover going out for the early lead. Sand Emerald Dragon up on the inside of him, but Parmesan Hanover gets the front, and he's on the run and off stride. And everybody looks to get by okay, and does as they straighten into the backstretch. And So Passe has grabbed the top now, leading by 3. Sand Emerald Dragon second. Then racing third, Allegro Ellie back in fourth. That is Dance Naked fifth. Daily Odds 6, Amber Moon, and pulling up Parmesan Hanover. They were by that opening quarter. So Passe has inherited the lead, and she's on top by 2. The quarter 31 and 2. Your leader So Passe, then Sand Emerald Dragon second. Allegro Ellie third. Dance Naked is fourth. Here comes Amber Moon on the outside, racing on from fifth, and Daily Odds trails sixth through the stretch to the opening half. So Passe is on top a length and a half, and make it 2. Racing second, Sand Emerald Dragon. Third, Allegro Ellie. First up, Amber Moon fourth. Then Dance Naked, and trailing is at the back, Daily Odds a half, and 3 and 2. And up front, cutting it out, your leader, So Passe. Racing second is Sand Emerald Dragon. Allegro Ellie third. Dance Naked fourth. Then back fifth, Amber Moon, and trailing is still Daily Odds on to the 3/4, and it's So Passe still on top, still with a 3-length lead. Racing second, Sand Emerald Dragon. Dance Naked off the cones now. Third on the outside, the 3/4, 1:35, Allegro Ellie. Fourth, Daily Odds closes a gap. Fifth and trailing sixth, Amber Moon, as the field drives towards the 7/8. And your leader still So Passe with less than an eighth of a mile to go. It's So Passe. Sand Emerald Dragon is the closest one to her. Allegro Ellie holding third in deep stretch. They're not going to catch this afternoon. So Passe. So Passe wins. Then Sand Emerald Dragon second. Allegro Ellie third, tight between Daily Odds and Dance Naked. Then Amber Moon. The mile 2:06 and 3. Starters for the fourth race are at the gate. Gate is moving. All set for the fourth. Field of 5. Approaching top of the stretch, Misty Isle Breeze and Sean Shannon. DG's Armageddon, Louis Bellevaux. Bob's Birthday with Lonnie Stokes. Warwe Direct, Steve Mahar, and to the outside, Edgewater Stardust. Driver Mark Haig. Field of 5 for our fourth race. Here they come. They're off, and as expected, Bob's Birthday going for the early lead. He's going to take it from post 3. Warwe Direct on the outside is now settling in, racing second. Back in third, Misty Isle Breeze. Then it's DG's Armageddon, and trailing the field to the opening 8th. They're single file there, and Edgewater Stardust can see them all on up the backstretch, racing to the quarter. Up front, Bob's Birthday with a length and a half lead. Racing second, in the pocket, Warwe Direct. Third, Misty Isle Breeze. DG's Armageddon closing the gap, fourth and trailing fifth, Edgewater Stardust. They were by that opening quarter, 32-3. Up front, Bob's Birthday still a length and a half lead. Racing second, War We Direct. Misty Isle Breeze still sits on the pylons third. DG's Armageddon fourth, and trailing fifth still is Edgewater Stardust as they've hit the 3/8 and through the stretch. Here they come in front of the grandstand for the first time. Bob's Birthday, a length and a half the best. Racing second, War We Direct. Back third, Misty Isle Breeze, DG's Armageddon. He's off the pylons to challenge from fourth, and trailing fifth, Edgewater Stardust. That half, 1:07 for Bob's Birthday. Still leading by a length and a half. Racing in second, War We Direct. Third, Misty Isle Breeze, DG's Armageddon is fourth on the outside, and Edgewater Stardust trails fifth. Up the backstretch, racing on to the 3/4. Bob's Birthday still with a length and 3/4 length lead. Racing second is War We Direct. Third, Misty Isle Breeze, DG's Armageddon stalled on the outside. Fourth, Edgewater Stardust sneaks up the inside. Now fourth to 3/4 in 1:39-3. Bob's Birthday right there second. War We Direct waiting to come off the pylons to challenge. Misty Isle Breeze third, off the turn for home. And it's Bob's Birthday. Here comes War We Direct, shooting out of the pocket on the outside. In deep stretch, Bob's Birthday. War We Direct coming on, and it's tight. War We Direct look to get him on the outside. Bob's Birthday for second, Misty Isle Breeze, and DG's Armageddon and Edgewater Stardust in the mile. 2:10. Starters for our fifth race are at the gate. Gate is moving, all set for our fifth race. Fifth of the day, approaching top of the stretch. Rambo's Reflection, Dirk Duncan, Kilkerran Peddler, Thane McQuarrie, J. Els Mayflower, Steve Mahar, Susie Poozy, Tim Merzetti, James E.B., and Sean Shannon just hanging out, and Todd Trites, Hughes Return, and Wayne Watson. Here they come. They're off and pacing a good start, going for the early lead. Susie Poozy up on the outside, quickest off the wings, Paris Reflection. Also getting away was J. Els Mayflower, way outside, and going is just hanging out as they race on to the opening eighth, and up front Susie Poozy. J. Els Mayflower takes the pocket now, racing second. Back third, just hanging out, has found a place on the pylons. Now racing third, Rambo's Reflection fourth. Then it's back to Kilkerran Peddler fifth. The trailing two are James E.B. and trailing at the back of the pack, Hughes Return. He can see them all that opening quarter, 31-2. Up front, cutting it out, Susie Poozy. She's on top a length and a half. J. Els Mayflower second. Then third, just hanging out, Paris Reflection a closer fourth. And she's off the rail to challenge now, Kilkerran Peddler. Racing fifth, James E.B. comes out to move. And trailing Hughes Return through the stretch in front of the grandstand for the first time. Susie Poozy on top. Racing second, J. Els Mayflower, Paris Reflection. First up on the outside, third the half, and four. Then it's just hanging out. Kilkerran Peddler takes the inside route. Then James E.B. and trailing Hughes Return. He can still see them all as they race by the 5/8 and go on up the backstretch, racing on to the 3/4 pole, neck and neck for the top. Paris Reflection on the outside, or Rambo's Reflection on the outside has grabbed the top. On the inside, Susie Poozy fighting back hard second, just hanging out. Now third, then racing fourth, 3/4, 1:36-2. Neck and neck for the top. It's Rambo's Reflection. On the outside, 3/4 of a length, Susie Poozy. Not giving up yet. She's fighting back on the inside. Then just hanging out, closing in third. They come off the turn for home, and they're neck and neck for the top. Rambo's Reflection outside. Susie Poozy fighting back hard on the inside. In deep stretch, Susie Poozy coming back on again, and she's going to win it. Susie Poozy gets it. Then Rambo's Reflection second, just hanging out third. Kilkerran Peddler, J. Els Mayflower, James E.B. and Hughes Return. The mile, 2:09-3. Starters for our sixth race at the gate. Gate is moving. All set for the race 6, field of claiming pacers. Top of the stretch, Waterside Apache, Charlie Price. PJ's Wager, Tony Watson. Lee's Lady Anne and Dirk Duncan. Doc Smokin' Joe and Mark Haig. Mantastic, Tim Merzetti. San My Appeal, Louis Bellevaux, and HR Sherry's Tamara. Steve Mahar, here they come. They're off and pacing. PJ's Wager out for the early lead. Leaves Lady Anne off the wings as well. And from post 5, that's Mantastic. 3 wide into the first turn. And your leader on the outside, Mantastic. He's gone up to grab the top. Leaves Lady Anne. Left outside to force for herself. Second on the outside. Then third is PJ's Wager. Racing back fourth, Waterside Apache. Then Doc Smokin' Joe looks at it fifth. HR Sherry's Tamara and trailing the field is San My Appeal. They're single file now after a quarter of 30 seconds flat. Up front, Mantastic a length and a half lead. Leaves Lady Anne second. PJ's Wager third. Waterside Apache looks to get off the pylons, and here he comes from fourth. That gives cover to Doc Smokin' Joe. San My Appeal is out and moving. HR Sherry's Tamara trails through the stretch to the half-mile marker. Up front, Mantastic. He's your leader, a length and a half. On the outside, Waterside Apache coming to call. Leaves Lady Anne right there on the inside, the half and two. Then Doc Smokin' Joe, PJ's Wager, San My Appeal, and HR Sherry's Tamara as they were by the half and two. And your leader, Mantastic, up front. Then racing second, leaves Lady Anne, Waterside Apache. Still out, now on the outside, now second. Leaves Lady Anne third, second over Doc Smokin' Joe is fourth. PJ's Wager looks for racing room. Then it's San My Appeal and HR Sherry's Tamara. Can't see them all by the three quarters. Three quarters in 1:34 that quarter, 32 seconds, and they're starting to bunch in on the leader, Mantastic. Waterside Apache outside second. Doc Smokin' Joe looking good. He's tipping 3 wide from third. Then up the inside comes Leaves Lady Anne, PJ's Wager, San My Appeal down the stretch. It's Waterside Apache. Here comes Doc Smokin' Joe on the outside coming on, but Waterside Apache is going to win it. Waterside Apache, Doc Smokin' Joe a length back in second. Then PJ's Wager up for third. San My Appeal leaves Lady Anne, Mantastic, and HR Sherry's Tamara. The mile 2:06 and 3. Starters for our 7th race are at the gate. Gate is moving, all set for the 7th. Mr. Tambourine Pan, Steve Mahar, Largo Sun, and Lonnie Stokes. Tuned in, Tony Watson, Mr. L. Todd Trites, Spunky Emerson, Mark Haig, Aaron M. Down, and Thane McQuarrie. Outside, J.F. Smokewagon, Charlie Price. Here they come. And there they go, and out for the early lead, that's Mr. L up the inside. Mr. Tambourine Pan, Largo Sun gets away third into the first turn. Your leader up front on the outside, Mr. L has cleared the front. Then Mr. Tambourine Pan is racing second. That leaves Aaron M. Down on the outside to go on from third. Then racing fourth, Largo Sun. Racing fifth, Tuned In. Then back in sixth is Spunky Emerson. J.F. Smokewagon can see them all to the opening quarter. And up front, cutting it out, your leader, Mr. L. After a quarter of 31 and 2. Up front, cutting it out, Mr. L. And going the long mile this afternoon, Aaron M. Down. He's parked second. Mr. Tambourine Pan third. Largo Sun fourth. Then J.F. Smokewagon comes out to move fifth. Back sixth on the inside, Tuned In, and out and moving is Spunky Emerson. They are 4 in and 3 out to the half. Up front, Mr. L with a length and a half lead. Mr. Tambourine Pan with the pocket trip, racing second. Aaron M. Down still parked third. The half and 3, then JF Smokewagon is outside fourth, racing fifth. Largo Sun, then it's Tuned In, and trailing the field and can see them all is Spunky Emerson as they go on up the backstretch, racing on to the three quarters, Mr. L. Aaron M. Down, he's been parked the whole trip, still hitting hard second. Looking on the inside, Mr. Tambourine Pan, he's had the best trip of all, third along the pylons, and racing fourth, Largo Sun. Fifth on the outside is JF Smoke Wagon, the 3/4 in 1:34.1 as they round the turn for the drive home. And your leader, Mr. L. On the inside, Mr. Tambourine Pan starting to let go. Aaron M. down third, but he's still hanging tough down the stretch. And it's Mr. L, Mr. Tambourine Pan. Mahar looking for the triple on the day, and he's going to get there. Mr. Tambourine Pan wins it. Mr. L tuned in, was flying, finishing third. Then JF Smoke Wagon, Largo's Son, Spunky Emerson, Aaron M. down. The time for the mile, 2:04.3. Starters for race 8 at the gate, approaching top of the stretch, a field of 8. Rules and regulations, Stefan DeCourcy, 4 men only with Lonnie Stokes. Illini Heather, Tim Merzetti, Dance Legend, and Dirk Duncan. Maple Cookie, Mark Hagg, Katahdin Country with Todd Trites. Then Count Legacy, Tony Watson, Spring Traffic, and Chester Eatman. And that's Dance Legend on a break. Here they come. They're off and pacing, 4 men only, taking advantage and going out for the early lead. Spring Traffic way out from post 8. Going forward as well as they hit the first turn for men only. Spring Traffic on the outside, and smartly takes the 2-hole. Then back third, getting away was Illini Heather, racing 4th, Rules and Regulations. Then Maple Cookie sits 5th. They're gapped out now, back in 6th, Katahdin Country. Then it's Count Legacy, Dance Legend is back pacing and catching the field as 4 men only, and Lonnie Stokes takes them by the opening quarter, 31 seconds. Spring Traffic is up tight second. Racing third is Illini Heather, 4th, Rules and Regulations, and a gap of about 7 or 8 lengths to Katahdin Country. He makes his way 5th on the outside. Then it's Maple Cookie, Count Legacy, Dance Legend. Can see them all off the turn and through the stretch to the half. And up front, cutting it out on the outside, Illini Heather is going for it. And Illini Heather has grabbed the top from 4 men only, who's now racing second. Half and 3 and 1. Spring Traffic back in third. Rules and Regulations 4th. Then it's a still gap of about 7 or 8 lengths to Katahdin Country. Count Legacy is outside 6th, and Dance Legend. And trailing the field now, Maple Cookie up the backstretch. Racing on to the 3/4, and Illini Heather, she's under a drive. 4 men only is racing second. Third on the inside, Spring Traffic, Rules and Regulations third. Then it's Katahdin Country, Count Legacy, 3/4 in 1:34, and it's all Illini Heather, 4 men only. Trying to close the gap second, Spring Traffic third. Then it's Rules and Regulations, a gap of about 5 to Katahdin Country. Back in 5th off the turn for home, and it's Illini Heather. You better hold your tickets here. Illini Heather, then on the outside, 4 men only. Long shot, the tote board's going to light up here as Illini Heather's going to win it, and she does. Illini Heather, 4 men only, Katahdin Country on for third. Then Rules and Regulations, Spring Traffic, Count Legacy, then Maple Cookie and Dance Legend. Time for the mile, 2:06. Again, top of the stretch for our 9th race. Top class, we get Fair Play, Todd Trites. Symbolic Gesture, Lonnie Stokes. Exeter Exclusive, Tony Watson. Back Road Pride, Dirk Duncan. A notch went out with Steve Mahar. 5 starters, here they come. They're off and pacing. Back Road Pride out for the early lead. Fair Play gets away well on the inside. Then settling in third will be Symbolic Gesture. Exeter Exclusive gets away 4th. And trailing 5th, Notch one out as they move towards the opening 8th. They're by that marker. Cutting a quick one. Back Road Pride. He's out by about 4. Racing second, Fair Play. A gap of 4 lengths back to Symbolic Gesture third. Exeter Exclusive sits 4th. He's going to be out and moving early. And the trailer at the back of the pack is Notch one out, 30 seconds for the opening quarter. Up front, Back Road Pride, Fair Play second. Then Symbolic Gesture, Exeter Exclusive is out and moving. And Notch one out trails the field. He'll follow the cover as Back Road Pride looks to be cutting a pretty good fraction here. He's still on top by about 3 lengths. Fair Play second. Exeter Exclusive makes his way third on the outside. He's giving chase. Then back 4th, Symbolic Gesture. And Notch one out trails, and Back Road Pride takes us by the first half mile In 101 and 2, Fair Play is second. Exeter Exclusive on the outside. Racing on third, then Symbolic Gesture. And Notch One Out trails Back Road Pride. He's still on top. He's leading by about 4 still. It's Catch Me If You Can with Back Road Pride today. Racing second, Fair Play, Exeter Exclusive, trying to use his brush on the outside third. Then racing fourth, Notch One Out, and trailing fifth, Symbolic Gesture, 3/4, 1:31 and 4. It's Back Road Pride. They're closing in a bit on him though. Back Road Pride, Fair Play, Exeter Exclusive. Still on the outside, he stalled third, then Notch One Out comes to fourth, Symbolic Gesture off the turn for home, and it is Back Road Pride. Fair Play is coming to him. Back Road Pride, Fair Play is going to give him a go. Deep stretch now. It's Back Road Pride, Fair Play, and it's tight. We're going to need a picture in this one. Exeter Exclusive grabbed the third, then Notch One Out, and Symbolic Gesture the mile, 2:03 and 1. For the 10th, field of 8. We have Star Trek and Steve Mahar, Charlie Burke and Dirk Duncan, Stony B and Charlie Price, Kendall Orchid, John Dempsey, Crafty Jewel, Al Jones, Willie Be Happy, Todd Trites, Show Me the Honey, Mark Haig, Outside to Aaron Islands, Lonnie Stokes, 8 Stutters, race 10. Here they come. They're off and pacing. First-time driver John Dempsey out for the early lead with Kendall Orchid from post 4. Star Trek up on the inside going forward as well. Then racing third, Charlie Burke. Outside fourth, that is Familiar Face. He's in the hunt early, or Crafty Jewel on the outside. And going on now to third, Charlie Burke gets away fourth, Stony B. Sits along the pylons in fifth. Then back sixth on the inside is Willie Be Happy. Then it's Show Me the Honey, and trailing is Aaron Islands. That opening quarter, 29 and 3, and getting taken and parked is Kendall Orchid. Steve Mahar giving a driving lesson here this afternoon, parking John Dempsey with Kendall Orchid on the outside. That quarter again, 29 and 3. As they come off the turn, Kendall Orchid outside, Star Trek inside. Then racing third, Crafty Jewel out from fourth. Here comes Charlie Burke. Second over, moving from fourth. Then Stony B, Willie Be Happy off the cones to move. Then it's Show Me the Honey, Aaron Islands at half, 1:01, Star Trek on top. On the outside, Kendall Orchid inside, Crafty Jewel. Then on the inside, locked into the pylons is Stony B. Outside, there goes Charlie Burke. He's going to make a 3-wide move. Then behind him goes Willie Be Happy. Up the cones goes Aaron Islands, and trailing now Show Me the Honey. Onto the 3/4, it's Star Trek. Here comes Crafty Jewel from the pocket out to challenge. Star Trek inside, Crafty Jewel. The filly hitting hard on the outside, second, neck and neck for the top. Star Trek and Crafty Jewel, then third, Stony B. Charlie Burke is back fourth, racing off the top turn. It's a 2-horse race, it looks like at this point. On the inside, Star Trek, Crafty Jewel trying to nail him in the stretch. It's Star Trek inside, Crafty Jewel mowing him down on the outside, but they're still battling neck and neck right down to the wire. Crafty Jewel gets up and gets it. Star Trek second, Stony B. Then racing fourth was Charlie Burke, Show Me the Honey. Then back to Aaron Islands, Willie Be Happy, and Kendall Orchid. Time of the mile, 2:04 and 3. Starters for the 11th race are at the gate. Gate is moving. Final live race of the night. We have River King and Charlie Price. Chip in the pocket, Mark Haig. Hello Jack with Tony Watson. UB First, Bill Nicholson Sr. Fast Talk, Wayne Hubbard. Island Webster, Todd Trites. Sender Off, Bluegrass, Wayne Watson. Scorpy and Dirk Duncan. Field of 8, race 11. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Fast Talk, quickest off the wings on the inside. Chip in the pocket. Scorpy gets away from the outside and racing third into the first turn. And up front, cutting it out, Chip in the pocket. Fast Talk second, Scorpy. Not content, he's going on. Now second and going after the leader as Fast Talk now settles in third. Racing fourth on the outside, the Colt Island Webster. He's fourth on the outside, and he's going on from fourth. Racing fifth is Hello Jack. Then it's UB First, River River King, and Under Off Bluegrass trails the field 30 seconds a half, and they're 3 wide. And the Colt Island Webster up on the outside. He's grabbed the top now, and we've got our third leader racing second, Scorpy, Chip in the pocket third. And back in fourth is Fast Talk. Back fifth on the inside, Hello Jack. UB first comes out to move. Then it's River King, and Under Off Bluegrass is out to move now. Seventh to the opening half, Island Webster. Looking to make it 3 straight. He's on top. And looks like he has a comfortable lead with Scorpy second. Fast half, 1:01 and 2. Chip in the pocket back third. Fast Talk is out again and challenging fourth. Then racing fifth, Hello Jack. UB first, second over in sixth. Then it's Under Off Bluegrass and River King up the backstretch, racing on to the 3/4. And your leader is Island Webster, still out by 2. Fast Talk has come to second. Chip in the pocket third. Fading fourth, the Scorpy is UB first. Now gets to fourth. Under Off Bluegrass, full of pace, and she's stick handling up the inside, and she makes her way all the way to third. 3/4 1, 34 and 2. Island Webster has this one in control with Fast Talk second. Under Off Bluegrass right there third. She'll get off the pylons. Then out on the outside, Chip in the pocket down the stretch. It's Island Webster and racing second. On the inside, Fast Talk outside. Under Off Bluegrass coming late. It's Island Webster, Under Off Bluegrass out for second. Then Fast Talk third. Hello Jack. Chip in the pocket. Then it was River King. UB first and Scorpy. And the time for the mile, 2:05 and 3.